Northeast Texas Sports Network is dedicated on delivering the most entertaining sports broadcasts in East Texas. And if you're interested in having your next sporting event streamed live, visit us online at netsn.live.
All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome. It's Friday Night Baseball here on NETSN. Jeremy Diamond here, joined tonight by Jeremy Titsworth. Jeremy, welcome. How's it going tonight?
Doing good, man. We've got an all-Jeremy broadcast again.
Right.
Here for it.
That's right. It's big time. Hey, we got an awesome matchup tonight. We have a really on the line is first place in District 16 4A here. You got two teams that just battled it out on Tuesday. A great game. Kilgore came out on top 2-1. In Spring Hill, and then tonight we have the rematch, and again it should be a really good event. On the mound for Kilgore starting off is going to be Kason Edney, and then his battery mate is Miles Applegate. And so it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a lot of fun. We should have a good matchup against Edney, a big tall guy at about 6'6", and you got a Spring Hill team who had been cruising all year until that game on Tuesday, and they kind of hit a little bump in the road. And so they're going to try to look back and get some revenge tonight, and Kilgore is going to try to look to continue their winning ways.
I'll say anytime you got a 2-1 game, you know it was an outstanding ball game, as close as it was. But like you said, though, they were kind of cruising along. Here comes Kilgore, something to prove, and they came out and proved it 2-1. But you got to keep your head on a swivel because you play that team again on Friday, and here we are at this Friday game.
Exactly. Yeah, so we're going to go real quick and get some lineups here. So batting first for the Spring Hill Panthers is going to be number 9, the third baseman, Cannon Causey. Batting second is going to be the catcher, number 15, Eli Emery. Batting third, the first baseman, number 11, Trenton Bell. Batting fourth, the center fielder, number 12, Travis Allen. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 19, Mason Barnes. Batting sixth, number 8, the DH, Kason Copeland. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 2, Rylan Lilly. Batting eighth, wearing number 7, playing left field, is Reed Noon. And then batting ninth, playing right field, wearing number 10, is Camden Edwards. And then on the mound tonight is number 22, Blake Bonner. And then for your Kilgore Bulldogs on the other side, leading off is going to be the center fielder, number 2, Kason Brooks. Batting second, the shortstop, Colton Hale. Batting third, the third baseman, Kason Clayton. Batting fourth, the catcher, Miles Applegate. Batting fifth is tonight's pitcher, Kason Edney. Batting sixth, the DH, Kason Henry. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Jackson Dickey. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 20, Brody Benson. And then batting ninth, the left fielder, Braden Williams. And then playing second base tonight is Colt Barnhart. So that's going to be your starting lineups for both teams. Again, Spring Hill is kind of a team that hits the ball a lot and gets guys on base. Kilgore is a team that's going to play that old school, like get somebody on, move them around, right? Spring Hill relies a little bit more on the hard hit ball, trying to get some of that done. And so it's going to be a fun matchup.
I was going to say, trying to put it out in the field, but there's nothing wrong with that. I always like to call that little small ball because, there's a lot of teams that won a lot of championships like that, though.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. Again, the pitcher tonight is a freshman for the Spring Hill Panthers. He's got 39 innings. He's 5-1 with an ERA at 1.4. Again, for a freshman, that's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty outstanding. And, again, Edney's had a fantastic season as well. He's committed to Howard College. And, again, he was a first-team pitcher last year. He was newcomer of the year before that. And so one of those guys that just is kind of built for the moment. So they're getting the lineups out to the crowd here. But, again, we want to thank you so much for tuning in. Please let us know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. I'm sure we have a few Spring Hill Panthers on here as well as some Kilgore Bulldogs. And, again, we're just excited that you're here, excited to be here at Driller Park. Again, a historic ballpark, a beautiful ballpark, natural grass field, like just one of the cleanest places you can come. So what we're going to do in a minute, when they get to it, we're going to jump down to the national anthem. But any thoughts before we get to that point?
No, I was going to ask your opinion. So would you prefer the natural field, or do you like the turf that a lot of people are going to nowadays?
Yeah, so I think if you're looking long term, I think the turf is better in some ways because if you have some rain, it doesn't cause you to change your schedule as much, right? Yep. But you get such weird bounces on the turf. I think just the familiarity of a regular field and all those things, I think I prefer the grass, but I know why teams go that in Texas because weather is so unpredictable that you have rain in the morning and it's a natural field. You might not get to play where it's turf an hour or so later and it's dry enough and you can go.
It's got some nice drainage to it. Otherwise, you've got some puddles out there, I would say. But, yeah, I think that it's a tough thing, I would say, deeper in the playoffs because you go to these different places and play these playoff games, and you may not be used to playing on turf when you played on grass your whole time, like you said, with the bounces and things like that. So
for sure,
I think it definitely plays a factor in some of these playoff runs.
All right, we're going to take it down to the field here for the national anthem. All right. Well, all we're waiting on now is everybody to get warmed up, get lined up, and we're ready to go again. This is a huge matchup here in District 16 4A. And again, now when it comes to playoffs, right? We know in the baseball field, they're going to split big and small school, right?
Yes.
So, but again, it's still bragging rights, and that's always important. Kilgore is obviously, going to go big school. Spring Hill should move to small school. Carthage also will move to small school, and then I think right now in fourth place, I believe, is Henderson, and they would also go big school. So if things stay the way they are with a few games left, actually Gilmer's now slid into fourth place, so that may throw a wrinkle in some things. So Gilmer's in fourth, Pine Tree in fifth, and Henderson slid to sixth. So been a change since the last time I looked at it. So again, but your 1, 2, and 3 are pretty clear of the field. You got Kilgore at 9-1, Spring Hill at 7-1, Carthage at 6-3, and then Gilmer sitting at 3-3. And so really, Kilgore, Spring Hill, and Carthage are pretty much a lock to make it in. And then again, Kilgore next week brings Gilmer here and plays at Gilmer. So those will be big games, right? With Gilmer sitting in fourth.
In those games.
Yeah, and then they'll finish up the season with Carthage. And Carthage had a shock loss the other night. They lost to Pine Tree. One that not many people saw coming. And so, again, it's high school baseball, and anything can happen on any night, and that's why you play the games.
I agree. You could have everything working and just have one off night. You never know. I mean, anything.
We got Matt Edwards checking in. Hey, we're glad to do the live stream. We're glad to get to watch him play. He said he's watching his son Camden. He's out of town, and so he's excited to do that. So we're glad you tuned in. That's what we do this for, is so that families that can't be at games and aunts and uncles and cousins, everybody else, or people that just can't make to the stadium can watch. And so we're glad you tuned in. We hope you give you a good broadcast here. And again, I don't think there's any doubt it's going to be a good game. All right, so Cannon Causey up to bat here. He's going to face Kason Edney. It goes into the windup, and here's the first pitch of the ball game. It's a loud foul ball off to our right, out of play. That's that weird part of the night, too, where shadows start creeping, right? You got a shadow over first base. You got a shadow in the right field, right? There's those weird spots where it's kind of changing as the sun moves.
Whereas the guys in left and center still got their shades on.
Yeah, ground ball to third. Oh, and it's booted. So runner's headed to second. And he gets there easily. So error on the third baseman, Clayton. And that's going to allow the runner to go to second on the error.
There you go.
So
Do not move him.
we'll see what we got here. We got give that a second. It should kick in. Not sure why it didn't yet. There it goes.
There we go.
Always a glitch in the system here. If it wasn't, we wouldn't know what to do with ourselves.
That's true. Keeps you on your toes.
That's right. All right, so it's going to bring up Eli Emery, the catcher. So Edney's going to go here from the stretch. Again, runner at second base. You can see him in your picture there, right in front of Hale. Time is called. Edney comes set, checks the runner at second, comes home. That one's low and in the dirt. It gets away from Applegate. All right, so runner at third, 1-0 count here. Again, that ball hit the ground, and Applegate couldn't find it on the dig there, so it's going to put a runner in scoring position again a little bit farther around, right another 90 feet closer.
I was going to say, it's definitely a hard-thrown ball. It just looked like it hit a little chip at the plate or something. It was weird looking.
It had kind of a crazy hop to it there, and that pitch is outside, so ball two. So 2 balls, no strikes here.
Love hearing the pop of the glove.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? That mic's in the right spot to pick that up. Edney comes set, comes home, misses that one outside, ball 3. Here's the 3-0. Ground ball up the middle. It's going to be scooped by Hale. Looks the runner back, throws, and in time. All right, so 1 out here in the first inning. Again, a runner at third base. And Trenton Bell at the plate. Bell takes strike 1. Great pitch, yeah. Good to see Edney settle in a little bit there.
Got just that outside corner like you needed.
Here comes the 0-1 delivery. Low for a ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here, top of the first inning. It's going to be a line shot. It's going to bring a runner home. So an RBI single there for Mr. Bell. So 1-0 Spring Hill here. Runner at first is Bell, and that's going to bring up number 12, Travis Allen. Pitch to Allen. Swing and a miss. We saw in the Lufkin White House game that I did last Tuesday when I missed this one. I was down there in Lufkin, and every time there were 2 strikes, the Lufkin batter squared the bunt. And it took a couple of innings for the pitchers at White House to get used to that look, right? Like, it was weird. They'd pull the bat back every time.
Different.
Yeah, it was just a strange kind of look to it. And so throws over to first, not in time.
Just a little bit of news I was reading here. If Allen gets on base, he is only 8 stolen bases away from breaking his school record from last year. 29 is what he had last year.
Wow. All right, so Allen looking at the 0-1 pitch coming in here. Foul tip. So quickly 0-2. All right, here's the 0-2 from Edney. Checks the runner, comes home. Yeah, ball high. I think that was predicated a little bit maybe by Applegate coming out of his stance there. I think it was probably high anyway, but you're definitely not going to get the call right when you're standing up like that already.
No, you kind of running with it, trying to throw it down the line, and at that point it is what it is, just a ball.
All right, checks the runner. Comes home, 1-2. Outside, ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Checks the runner. Here comes the 2-2. It's a high foul ball off to the left-hand side there. And out of play. So Williams had no shot, but he gave it a good run over there. But that thing just kept drifting further and further foul, and so out of play.
I think it may have hit one of the buses. Yeah, it kept drifting over there.
It was pretty close. I was gonna say I don't think it quite stayed in the park. I was parked close to there. I'm glad I backed up. All right, here's the 2-2 again. Runner goes, throw down. And so a stolen base there for Bell. That's going to put a runner in scoring position. Again, now the count 3 balls, 2 strikes.
I was going to say at least Hell was able to get a hold of that because that could have easily been third base on that one if it rolled into center field. Yeah,
definitely fortunate there to come up with that one. All right, so everybody's in the frame of this one. we got the umpire, both runner and shortstop. Everybody's in the way. Here's the 3-2. And he strikes him out looking. All right, so strikeout there. That's going to do 2. That's going to bring us to 2 outs in the inning, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, number 19, Mason Barnes. All right, here's the pitch to Barnes. That one's fouled out of play, off to our right.
We'll say that looking at this, Barnes is their power hitter, hitting 385. It's crazy, man. He was the one who took the loss on the mound on Tuesday as well.
Eddie comes set, checks the runner, comes home. It's a loud shot out to center field. Brooks is under it and makes the catch. So fly out to center there. That's going to do it for the top of the first inning. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this here on NETSN.
Okay, your price is like State Farm, but is your coverage?
How we do things might leave you shocked. Our claims aren't done right. Our process is rough. It's tough.
Can I get help from an agent?
No luck.
Do it online?
No luck.
An app?
No luck.
Take my phone. It's easy, I swear. Like a good neighbor,
State Farm is there.
All right, bottom of the first inning here in Driller Park, Kilgore, Texas. Again, a big matchup tonight between the Spring Hill Panthers and the Kilgore Bulldogs. Spring Hill got a run there in the first. What looked like an easy ground ball to third was kind of bobbled there, right? And then knocked away, and so that allowed the runner to get to second, and then he moved over to third on a pass ball. And all of a sudden you got a runner in scoring position and then a base hit to right, and it's 1-0 in favor of Spring Hill. So now you've got Kason Brooks up to bat. He's going to try to do something similar to what they did the other night and try to take a lead and not give it back here. And so big for the Kilgore Bulldogs to get Brooks on early. He's their kind of engine that gets them going, and so if you can get him on base and get him running, it makes the night difficult for the opposing pitcher and catcher. All right, here's the pitch. And the lefty comes in inside for ball one. So, again, he's just a freshman. He's 5-1, so had a good season. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, so 1 ball, 1 strike. Seems to be wanting to work quickly. I like that. I like
too.
Pace.
Feels like he's got a clock in his head. He's like, all right, gets the next one rolling.
That's right. Comes into his windup. Here's the 1-1. That one's low and outside for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike. And again, with most things, half the crowd loves the call and half doesn't, right, on those kind of pitches. All right, here's the 2-1 delivery. That one's in there for a strike. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Kason Brooks.
That was almost identical to the previous pitch. I think it might have got framed a little better, though.
Just a hair inside, a couple inches inside. All right, here's the 2-2. That's a line shot out to shallow center field, and the center fielder ranges in and catches the pop-up. All right, so 1 out here. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Colton Hale. Colton's had a great season. Again, last week, Colton came in to pitch. He had a so-so game. He threw a no-hitter, 15 strikeouts. I mean, that's okay, I guess. He's got a great sweeper.
It's a pretty good night.
Yeah, not a bad night. All right, here's the pitch to him. Inside, just misses with the ball. Again, it looks like he's not going to give that inside pitch, so
no.
You got to make the adjustment here. All right, here's the 1-0. That's a fouled off to our right, out of play.
Got to find your strike
Oh,
zone.
there it is. I was going to say, surely it's going to hit the roof, and it came down and did. So 1 ball, 1 strike here, 1 out.
But the biggest thing when you start a game is trying to figure out what the umpire's strike zone is going to be.
Exactly. Here's the 1-1. That one's a little bit low and outside, so 2 balls, 1 strike. Kind of a repeat of the first at bat, it feels like. All right, so Bonner comes with a 2-1 delivery. Again, just misses outside, ball 3. He's trying to catch that hair corner of that plate there.
That's all you need, just that little fraction of it. But for Kilgore, lay off until he actually hits it.
That's right. Here's the 3-1 from him. Inside, a little foul tip there. So strike 2. All right, so 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he gives him that one. That one seemed more inside than the first one that wasn't, but he says called strike, so strikeout looking.
That thing was deep inside, though.
Yeah, it was. All right, so 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning, and that's going to bring up Kason Clayton, the third baseman. Ooh. First pitch didn't quite come back around. It was out there and stayed out there.
Yeah, I don't think it broke too much.
Here's the 1-0. 1 ball, 1 strike. Must have caught the outside edge there. That seemed a little bit wide, but
Can we tap our helmet? Oh.
yeah, a little ABS check. Here's the 1-1. I don't think we've quite got that technology at this level yet. I do, I go back and forth. It's not my favorite thing, but I do like the accuracy. I hate the ones where it's like the stitch of the baseball hit it. To me, there's got to be an amount of it, but there was one the other night I watched, and it was about as little as it could touch. It's going to be fouled back out of play. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So deuces are wild here. All right, here's the 2-2. Clayton stays alive with a little nub foul off the end of the bat toward his own dugout there, but soft enough, no harm, no foul. So we're going to do it over again. All right, 2-2 again. And gets him swinging. So another strikeout there. That's going to end the inning. So at the end of the first inning, it's 1-0 in favor of Spring Hill. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back for more action here on NETSN.
This is where legends rise. On the hardwood, under the lights, from the buzzer beaters to the rim rockers, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story, from the blacktop to the big stage. Your favorite hoopers, your squads, your passion, all in one place, only on NETSN. Live games, exclusive shows. This is the future of basketball culture. 24/7 sports entertainment. This isn't just a network, this is a movement. Welcome to NETSN. Game on.
All right, welcome back. Friday Night Baseball here on NETSN. Again, we're at Driller Park here in Kilgore, Texas. Jeremy Diamond, Jeremy Titsworth. Again, what's a really important battle here in the in District 16 4A here. First place up for grabs. Kilgore took it away on Tuesday night with a win. Gave Spring Hill their first loss of the season. And then Spring Hill's going to try to come back and do kind of the repeat to them, right? Like payback here.
Yeah.
We're going to try to get a win of their own here and see what they can do. And so far, Spring Hill with an early 1-0 lead.
I feel like even though it's only been one inning, this game's already living up the way we've seen kind of the pitching duel type thing. I think you take that error out at third, and this is a nothing game
exactly.
right now.
Yeah, and one of those things that Clayton doesn't usually make, right? And so, but again, that's why you play the game.
Exactly.
Yeah, which is frustrating and tough, and it's hard as a pitcher when you feel helpless like that because you got what you wanted. Again, Clayton's, he feels terrible too. It's one of those things that's just, part of the game, and what happens is you got to overcome it and move on.
That's why I never played the hot corner. I played catcher.
There you go. All right, here comes the pitch. All right, so swing and a miss there for Copeland. So Copeland, the DH tonight. Pitch is outside, ball one. I did talk to Coach Methvin, and he was telling us that they've got a junior that's a normal starting shortstop, and he unfortunately had an issue with some appendicitis and is going to miss the game tonight, and kind of one of those emergency things, and so their lineup had to change a little bit. Get the appeal. He says, yes, he did swing. So 0-2. Yeah, 1-2. One of those crazy things, though, right? Like
that's a tough one, though.
You finish the game Tuesday and you're good, and then Wednesday all of a sudden you have an emergency appendectomy. And all right, here's the 1-2 delivery. Just misses low. Again, not a bad pitch. Try to get him to chase there. All right, here's the 2-2 delivery. Little nub ground ball here, picked up by Clayton. And drops it. So unfortunately an error there. That's going to put a runner on. So Copeland is at first base. And now the second baseman, Rylan Lilly, up to bat. Wearing number 2. I think that was a process there of Clayton kind of rushing the throw a little bit. I think he was worried about the speed there. And so foul tip. So strike one there.
Yeah, I think so too. I think his body, his momentum carried him right past the ball. I thought he was going to be able to pick it up and just throw it on the run. Just unfortunate. Happens.
One of those right before you pick it up, you take your eyes off to see where the runner is and you forget it. Yeah. All right, here's the 0-1 to Lilly. Got him a little bender there. Did he pull the bat back? He says, I guess so. So 1 ball, 1 strike. That was close.
Yeah, I thought it was still out, but
like the Cranberries, he let it linger, but didn't get the strike call. So Edney comes set, checks the runner, comes home. Good bunt there, right to the pitcher, though. Throw to first, in time for the out. So ground out there. All right, so runner at second again, one out here, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Reed Noon. Edney kicks and fires. Outside, ball one. Trying to give a little extra juice on that one. It looked like overcooked it just a little bit.
I was going to say, it broke way outside. I think that was the problem on that one.
Sometimes your adrenaline gets the best of you a little bit, right? Comes set, checks the runner. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Right down the middle for a strike. Great pitch there by Edney.
You throw a breaking pitch way outside like that and come back and just throw some heat on it.
Yeah,
why not?
Groove it. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Low and away for ball 2. And Copeland, the DH, out at second. And for the second straight inning, Spring Hill's got a runner in scoring position. See if they can do something with it here. Here's the 2-1. Little nub. It's going to go foul. So 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I seen one of those the other night and it rode the line all the way down. And rolled fair. I'm like, man, that's a tough break there.
Yeah. We had one a guy almost picked up, and he let it go last second. It rolled foul. It was a good thing he didn't pick it up. He was going to be safe if he had picked it up, so you might as well not. Here's the 2-2. Doesn't quite offer, so the count goes full. So we got the elementary countdown, a little 3-2-1 here. Again to the 8th place hitter, Reed Noon. And you'd love nothing more than get out of this and not get back to the top of the lineup here. Noon fouls that off to our right.
That's pretty funny. Foul ball being sponsored by a tire company. I think it'd be like an auto glass company.
Yeah, it changes. It does rotate, but it is kind of funny sometimes, yeah. Checks the runner. Here's the 3-2. Again, another foul ball off to the right there by Noon. He's got a Rolodex over there he goes through on those foul balls, so he just clicks the next one.
I believe it.
Gets quite a bit of use on a game, you know. Edney comes set, checks the runner, steps off the mound. They're going to say it's a balk. That's going to put the runner at third. He stepped off out of order there.
Yeah.
So
that's a tough one, though, because now you really got somebody in the scoring position.
Yeah, here's the 3-2. Inside for a ball, so he's going to walk him there. All right, so the 9th place hitter, number 10, Camden Edwards, the right fielder up to bat. Again, his dad's tuning in and watching. He talked to us earlier, so here you go.
There you go.
Pitch home, right down the middle for a strike.
Nice pitch.
Yeah. And again, Edwards here, the lefty. They like to put us left-handed guys out there in right field.
I wonder why.
I don't know. I played shortstop all the way through till I got about my sophomore year of high school, and then
Like, yeah, let's put you out here. Did you have speed though? Is that why you?
I had okay speed. I wasn't. It was more they were worried about turning the double play, but I had done it since Little League, so it was anyway. But we had a guy that played pretty
use. It didn't matter.
Yeah. It was the plays that were hard would have been the third to short. If I had to cover the double play there, it wouldn't have been. That would have been impossible. But anything else was pretty easy. Ball outside, called the strike. So that's going to do it. That's going to be a strikeout there looking. So that's going to be another Terra Harris State Farm strikeout, number 2 there for Edney. And then we have a stolen base for Noon on the play as well. So runners at second and third with 2 outs. We're going to the top of the lineup to Cannon Causey.
Yeah, really thought Applegate was going to throw down to second, but he threw to third. Trying to get the runner down there.
All right, so here's the delivery to him. Again, Causey's 0-1. Ball high. Barnhart playing a little game there with Noon at second. Seeing who can get back to the base the fastest. Here's the 1-0. Little foul tip nub behind him there. Yeah, we were saying like if we should get a sponsor like somebody Auto Glass, like you were saying, for foul balls, right? Like
that just makes sense. It's just funny.
All right, here's the 1-1. Oh, just outside for a ball.
That's a tough one.
All right, here's the 2-1. It's a ground ball, hot shot to third. Clayton throws to first in time, and that's going to do it for the top of the second inning. So, again, guys in play, but no harm, no foul, and it's still 1-0. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back for bottom of the second inning action here on NETSN.
Okay, your price is like State Farm, but is your coverage?
How we do things might leave you shocked. Our claims aren't done right. Our process is rough. It's tough.
Can I get help from an agent?
No luck.
Do it online?
No luck.
An app?
No luck.
Take my phone. It's easy, I swear. Like a good neighbor,
State Farm is there.
All right, welcome back again, Driller Park here in Kilgore, Texas. And we got a great one so far, 1-0 in favor of Spring Hill. Miles Applegate, the cleanup hitter at bat here. And here's the first pitch to him. He's going to foul that one off the top there.
I'm a big fan of first pitch swinging just because that might be the best pitch you see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with it, right?
Because that pitcher wants to get ahead in the count. So, I mean, he's going to throw you something good.
Exactly. Yeah, unless it's just a horrible miss.
Yeah, way outside or way, yeah.
I'm with you. That one's in the dirt there. Yeah, I had to say turf dirt a lot on Tuesday because it was a turf field, right? You're like in the turf dirt, as Jaron likes to say. But Tonight it's in the real dirt.
Well, it does look like dirt, too, when you see the little pellets fly up, too.
Yeah. We had a great line shot down the line where the ball literally landed about 3 inches in. Speaking of lines, just foul. But one of those where, like, you could see the pellets just on the inside of the line splash up, and it was a fair ball. Ended up being a triple. It was pretty incredible. All right, here's the 1-2 pitch to Applegate. Going to ground the ball out there to second base. The second baseman scoops. He throws to first in time for the ground out. So second to first on the out there. That's going to put one out here in the bottom of the second inning. And that's going to bring up the starting pitcher, Kason Edney. And again, Edney's going to look to do a little damage here and help his cause out a little bit.
I'd say he's definitely going to want to help himself.
Yeah.
Just that early run is kind of the only thing that's kind of set this game apart right now.
And again, from an error, right? So not even really an earned run in that sense. But
easy. He's trying to take his teammates out there.
Yeah. That's the headache one, right? You're like, headache. Everybody dives and ducks and dodges. All right, so no balls, 1 strike here to Edney. Bonner in the windup. Comes home. Way outside there. There's a chase pitch, and then there's a mile. Right? That one's a little bit far. All right, here's the 1-1. And fouls that one straight back. You know that the dugout chatter down there reminds me of the birds on Finding Nemo. We're like, mine. Yeah, that's what it's got a little bit of that feel to it. They've done the tornado sirens. That one's one of my favorite ones, although it does feel a little bit real. Yeah, here it comes. All right, here's the 1-2. Ground ball up the middle. The second baseman ranges over. Throws to first in time for the out. So back-to-back ground outs to the second baseman, Lilly. And we got 2 away here, bottom of the second inning. And that's going to bring up the designated hitter, number 7, Kason Henry.
Yeah, I feel like if Kilgore can just get something working with these bats, I think that's been the story early on in this game.
Agreed. All right, here's the pitch. Strike 1 there from Bonner. So Henry in an 0-1 hole here. Looking to be the first base runner tonight for the Kilgore Bulldogs. Swing and a miss there. So quickly 0-2. I think, Bonner, I mean, again, it's not slow, but he doesn't have a ton of it, but he's got good movement, right?
Yeah, that breaking pitch that breaks way inside has got quite a few batters to swing at it.
All right, here's the 0-2 from him. And gets him with the off-speed pitch. That's going to be a strikeout. That's going to do it for the second inning of play. Again, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this here on NETSN.
This is where legends rise. On the hardwood, under the lights, from the buzzer beaters to the rim rockers, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story, from the blacktop to the big stage. Your favorite hoopers, your squads, your passion, all in one place, only on NETSN. Live games, exclusive shows. This is the future of basketball culture. 24/7 sports entertainment. This isn't just a network, this is a movement. Welcome to NETSN. Game on.
All right, so first pitch foul.
Making
quickly,
quick work.
I was going to say quickly 0-1.
Get you a drink, man. You ran a long way. Get you a drink.
Had to make a sprint. We had an issue with somebody standing in front of the third base camera. Hard to show third that way.
We've had a little bit of a play at third.
Yeah, a few times. It'd be nice to
have had those on camera. But
yeah. All good. He was like, my bad, I'm sorry. All right, so 0-2 here, quickly. To Emery. Just misses outside, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. All right, here he comes in the windup, comes home. Ooh, just misses on that breaking pitch inside, so 2 balls, 2 strikes here to the second hitter in the lineup. Oh, and he gets him looking on the 2-2. So a strikeout number 3, another Sarah Harris State Farm strikeout. And quickly 1 away here, top of the 3rd inning.
I think that would have got me looking. I was like, oh, man, is it going to go? But, man, what a pitch.
All right, that's going to bring up Trenton Bell. Again, Bell is 1 for 1 with an RBI. He drove in that run there with a single in between Barnhart and Benson in that top of the 1st.
There you go.
That pitch is outside.
Little shake, rattle, and roll.
Yeah. That was a lively one. Strike there, so 1 ball, 1 strike.
Pretty pitch. I think he's finally finding that outside corner he was searching for through the first 2 innings.
All right, the 1-2 just misses outside. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here, top of the 3rd inning. Just misses again, so.
You got to open the count, and now you're down. Don't lose the batter here.
That's right. All right, the 3-2 delivery. And swing and a miss. So second guy in the inning down on strike. Strikeout number 4 for Edney, and another Tara Harris State Farm strikeout. All right, that's going to bring up the center fielder, Travis Allen. Swing and a miss, ball or strike 1, excuse me. So quickly 0-1 here.
Sorry, I got a little distracted.
Yeah, we
Somebody lost some headphones.
That's always bad, especially when you go to find them later and they're nowhere to be found. That one's high for a ball, so 1 ball, 1 strike here to Allen. Again, Allen 0 for 1. All right, here's the 1-1 from Edney. Ground ball, hot shot there, just out of the reach of Clayton there at third. All right. They're going to recycle the signs. Again, Allen's going to call time. I think it was a mix-up there. Eddie didn't like the first one he saw or both. But
he's like, no.
Yeah, I need something different.
Keep going.
Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Here's the 1-2. Just misses outside ball 2. Again, it's a great night for baseball, a beautiful night here at Driller Park. And, again, 2 fantastic teams matching up, both looking to do some real damage at the end of the season and into the postseason. And fouls that one off to stay alive. So we're going to go 2-2 and 2 outs again. So Deuces Wild one more time.
Those are always tough fouls. Fouls it off yourself.
Yeah, it's no fun. Yeah, you're like, cool. Not only did I not get a hit, but I hit myself. All right. Here's Here's the deuces. Go ahead and shake him, roll him. And he gets him swinging. Oh, another Tara Harris State Farm strikeout, number 5 for Edney. That's going to do it for the top of the third inning. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back for the bottom of the third here in Kilgore, Texas.
Okay, your price is like State Farm, but is your coverage?
How we do things might leave you shocked. Our claims aren't done right. Our process is rough. It's tough.
Can I get help from an agent?
No luck.
Do it online?
No luck.
An app?
No luck.
Take my phone. It's easy, I swear. Like a good neighbor,
State Farm is there.
All right. Again, welcome back. So we got Jackson Dickey here at the plate.
Nice little intro there for Jackson Dickey.
Yeah. Starts him off with a strike on the outside part of the plate there. So 0-1 is our count. Here's the pitch. Little nub there to the pitcher. He's going to throw to first. In time for the out. So ground out there, pitcher to first. That's going to bring us one out here, bottom of the third inning. That's going to bring up number 20, Brody Benson, the first baseman. Again, Kilgore without a base runner so far. Looking to get somebody on here in the bottom of the third inning. Inside there for a ball. Benson's a tall dude, so when you can throw up by his chin, that's a long way up there. That's high.
Give him some of that sweet chin music.
That's right. Here's the 1-0. Misses outside ball 2.
That's another thing when you're pitching to a tall player like that. Like you've got to, you know what I mean? You got to adjust as the average person you're pitching.
Yeah. So a line shot out to right field. That's going to hit the ground. So good job there by Brody Benson of getting a single. So runner at first, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, number 3, Braden Williams.
Well, so here you go. Now you finally got something cooking here.
Yeah, so now you got a man on. I think Benson can get to second in about 5 steps. As tall as he is, it wouldn't take much. So
at least, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
Williams is going to look to try to manufacture a little movement here. See what he can do. Going to square to bunt, misses. Throw goes over to first. And they say he's out.
Wow. Wow.
So a strike there, and then caught, I guess, and it's kind of a caught stealing there. So he's out and a pickoff. So pickoff there, not caught stealing. I don't know what I was saying there. Pickoff move. So 2 outs, and again, 1 strike here to Williams. And quickly 2. So 0-2 again. And again, that was a smart move there. I mean, throw that pickoff move there and get him out.
It was. I think his lead was way out there, but at the same time, it was a bang-bang play. So
Williams fouls that one off. I think it might have hit him if he doesn't swing there. But
yeah, I think so too.
That's
tough. In defense, you're trying to swing though, because
you're trying to you're trying to protect and trying to protect yourself for sure.
Especially in at the hands like that, those are tough.
All right, so Bonner with the 0-2. Off speed in the dirt. Good eye there by Williams to lay off that one. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs here, bottom of the third. Williams is going to kind of float one out there to shallow center field. The center fielder's under it and makes the catch. So that's going to do it for 3 innings of play here. We're going to take a short break and be right back for 4th inning action on NETSN.
This is where legends rise, on the hardwood, under the lights, from the buzzer beaters to the rim rockers, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story, from the blacktop to the big stage. Your favorite hoopers, your squads, your passion, all in one place, only on NETSN. Live games, exclusive shows. This is the future of basketball culture. 24/7 sports entertainment. This isn't just a network, this is a movement. Welcome to NETSN. Game on.
All right, welcome back. All right, so number 19, Mason Barnes up to bat, again facing Edney. Edney on for a fourth inning of work here. He's already up by our count to 58 pitches, if we're accurate. Ground ball goes to short, couple of hops, quick throw to first, the stretch, and they said it pulled him off the bag.
Yeah, they're going to pull him forward. That's a tough one there.
Yeah, I think that one, I don't know that I go error on that one. I think that's probably a single. It was a close bang-bang play anyway.
Yeah.
So runner safe at first. They're going to – coach asked for the appeal, and, of course, he says no, he was there, which is the smart thing to ask. You might as well.
Yeah. I mean, he had the best line of sight on it, though, too. But I think that is right because the throw kind of pulled him forward just enough to bring him off the bag.
Yeah, in the major leagues, you might get away with that one, but even that one would be tough. So, all right, that's going to bring up the DH, Kason Copeland. Copeland's 0 for 1 as well. But, again, another runner on base here for the Panthers. It's kind of been their MO so far, get somebody on quickly and see if they can get somebody around. But, again, just one run allowed by Edney, so he really settled in after that early first run in the first inning. It's a foul ball off the netting. Messing with this kid, this poor kid.
She thought she'd lost him forever.
Yeah. All right, Edney comes set, checks the runner at first, comes home on the 0-1. It's outside. Throw down to second, not in time. So a stolen base there. Yeah, so 0-2. I think if I'm Coach Hubbard, I'm asking about interference there because that bat stayed in that space a whole long time.
Mm-hmm.
Because he kind of did a half-hearted swing, and then he kind of just stayed in the way. So they're going to appeal and check. It did alter Applegate's throw a little bit. He did have to throw a little higher probably than he wanted to, but we'll see if they can get the call here. And by the reaction of Coach Hubbard, he did not get the call he wanted.
No.
That's probably an out almost everywhere. You hang out that long in there with that bat sticking out in that way. I mean, I don't know, but that was a super half-hearted swing, as you notice as his teammate is stealing. But, again, no call there, so 0-2. Edney's going to check the runner at second and come home. Doesn't offer, says it's low and outside for a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. Outside, gets him swinging on the strikeout there. So that's the 6th strikeout for Edney and another Terra Harris State Farm strikeout.
I was about to say he made quick work earlier. Now he's piling on the strikeouts here, man.
Yeah,
lately.
he said, well, let's try something different. All right, so that's going to bring up Rylan Lilly. He's 0 for 1. Again, Edney, 3.1 innings pitched so far, so 1 out here in the 4th. He's got 6 strikeouts, so been getting guys to whiff. First pitch to Lilly. He squares the bunt. He gets the bunt down. And the throw to first in time for the out. So that does advance the runner to third. But we do have 2 outs here in the inning. And so batting now is, I was trying to say batting now. Batting now is the left fielder. There we go, number 7, Reed Noon. Words are hard. Words are hard.
Maybe it was due up and then batting.
I think that's what I was trying to say. But, yeah, it was all at once, whatever it is. I always give my students a hard time when they say search it up. I'm like, no, you can search for something and you can look up something, but you can't search up something. Like when they go on the internet, they're like, I'm going to search this up real quick. I'm like, oh, you can't really do that, but sure. All right, here's the 0-1. I just said batting up, so I guess I did the same thing.
Search it up.
Yeah. Quickly 0-2 here. Now everybody's going to start saying search it up. I've created an accidental trend. Dang it. It's terrible. All right, so 2 outs here, top of the 4th inning. Again, a runner at third. Here's the 0-2 from Edney. Let's see if he'll chase. He doesn't. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Not a bad idea there. Try to expand the zone.
It's not, but I don't know. I feel like I could probably see that catcher slide over that far.
Yeah, it was probably a little bit far there to get the chase. All right, so 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Edney comes home. That one's inside for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 delivery. It's a high pop-up over by first base. I think it's going to be out of play, and it is just out of play.
He gave it a look, though. Oh, what happened to the scoreboard? Not ours.
All right, so 2-2 is our count.
2-2-2.
So deuces are wild here. Kicks, he fires. Ground ball, goes to third. Throw to first in time, and that's going to do it. Great job there from Kason Clayton. And that's going to do it for the top of the 4th inning. Again, your score remains 1-0 in favor of Spring Hill. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back for more action here on NETSN.
Okay, your price is like State Farm, but is your coverage?
How we do things might leave you shocked. Our claims aren't done right. Our process is rough. It's tough.
Can I get help from an agent?
No luck.
Do it online?
No luck.
An app?
No luck.
Take my phone. It's easy, I swear. Like a good neighbor,
State Farm is there.
All right, welcome back. Again, bottom of the 4th inning. If you're just tuning in, I'm Jeremy Diamond. I'm joined tonight by Jeremy Titsworth, and we're here in Driller Park, Kilgore, Texas, to watch the Kilgore Bulldogs take on the Spring Hill Panthers. Again, this is a battle for first. Yep. Kilgore pulled off the 2-1 win in Spring Hill, and so Spring Hill looking to return the favor tonight. First pitch off speed there is outside for a ball. And again, it's been a great game. I mean,
yeah, I think
really,
so too.
2 hits to 1, right? The 2 errors have been the difference. It's a foul off the netting there. It's going to come all the way down to the catcher. That's like a Plinko. It bounces around and rolls back to you. That's right easy. Back. All right, so 1 ball, 1 strike here. Here's the pitch from Bonner. That's a line shot out to center field. That's going to get down, and that's going to put Brooks on. Great piece of hitting there. He went inside out on that one and just flared that to left center where no one was.
Find the gap and hit it to it.
And then what that really does is allows Kilgore to do what they want to do, right? Because Brooks has all kinds of speed at first. Hale's got the ability to hit or bunt, right? So you're really going to start putting pressure on Spring Hill here to make a decision. Are they going to roll? They're going to change their coverage. Where's the pitcher covering? Right, as a lefty pitcher, it's a little bit different too. Your coverage changes. All right, so first pitch from Bonner. Again, the bunt. It's in the air, but it does get down. It stays fair. Throw to first in time for the out, but it does advance the runner. So now we got a runner in scoring position.
I was about to say, he did his job, though. That's
right.
What we talked about, that small ball. Anything to manufacture a run. And as tight as this game is going to be, runs are a premium.
So the out was made at first, and that's going to bring up the third baseman, Kason Clayton. Again, he's 0 for 1 on the day. That's the first base runner that Bonner has allowed. He was 9 up, 9 down, and so Brooks gets on base. He's in scoring position at second, and with his speed, anything in the outfield on the ground is going to score. It's a loud pop-up. That's going to go out of play. And there's the sound we all love to hear, the top of the roof above us. Keeps us safe.
Makes me wish I had a roof like that for during thunderstorms, when the rain's hitting.
Oh, yeah, the little, yeah.
Nice little sleep out of it.
Yeah, until it's like really coming down in hail, and then you're like, why did I do this?
Ding, 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 ding. Like pennies dropping.
Yeah, like the change machine, the coin star. That's a high pop-up out over first base. The first baseman ranges over. And makes the catch.
I was going to say, I assume he caught it.
Yeah, it was hard to tell. It's just outside of range there, so a pop-up there to the first baseman. So that's going to bring up the catcher, Miles Applegate. Applegate 0 for 1 on the day so far. Again, Brooks at second. They'd love nothing more than to get him home and get that run on the board and tie this game up. And again, Bonner would love to do nothing more than to shut the door.
I feel like if Applegate puts one in a gap, Brooks is scoring.
Yes. It's going to be a sky-high pop-up over first base. Just and in range of our cameras, just barely there. So he makes the catch, and that's going to do it for the fourth inning. Again, your score 1-0 in favor of Spring Hill. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back here on NETSN with more.
This is where legends rise. On the hardwood, under the lights, from the buzzer beaters to the rim rockers, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story, from the blacktop to the big stage. Your favorite hoopers, your squads, your passion, all in one place, only on NETSN. Live games, exclusive shows. This is the future of basketball culture. 24/7 sports entertainment. This isn't just a network, this is a movement. Welcome to NETSN. Game on.
All right, top of the fifth inning, Kilgore, Texas, Driller Park. Again, a beautiful ballpark, beautiful night here for some baseball. Spring Hill jumped out to a 1-0 lead in the top of the first inning, and that's all the scoring we've had so far. Again, both pitchers have really acquitted themselves well. It's been a pitcher's duel overall. Kilgore's got 2 hits. Spring Hill has 2 hits. Again, The difference in the game, right, was that first inning error that led to the run. But again, that's it. So it's 1-0 here. Another duel. I feel like I just did this Tuesday, and again, these guys just did this Tuesday, right? It's
maybe you bring it out. Em.
Yours was the opposite. You had a softball game that was like 600 to 695 or something, wasn't it?
29 total runs, 17 to 12. That's insane.
Yeah,
man.
17-12 is crazy. I don't know. The math ain't mathing in my brain, but that's wild.
The losing team had 2 innings in a row with 5 runs scored. Think about that.
That's crazy. Yeah, to lose after that, right? All right, so that's going to bring up Edwards for his second appearance at the plate. He's 0 for 1, and first pitch is a ball. It's going to be a line shot to the second baseman. He scoops, Throws to first in time for the out. So good ground out there from Barnhart to Benson. Gets the first out of the inning. And that's going to bring up the leadoff man, number 9, Cannon Causey. Again, he's playing third base tonight. He's 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch to him. On the edge of the plate for a strike. I feel like that zone's opened up just a little there.
Yeah, I think so,
which
too.
I think is not a bad thing.
No, he's kind of expanded that outside corner.
All right, here's the 0-1 delivery. Gets a second strike there. And, again, he's just crossing that corner of the plate, right? And, again, from that big, tall righty, that thing is coming down and across. That's a tough one to hit anyway. Here's the 0-2. Tried for a third time, but no bite this time, but it was close. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, not a bad idea. I'd try the same thing.
No.
Make him not call it, right? I mean. All right, here's the 1-2. Ground ball, foul down the third base line. Case and Clayton gave it a chase, but it was out of the way. So we'll reset here, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I get that third pitch trying to get him to chase it, though. But if it's me and he's calling that outside corner, just barely grazing it, I'd keep going right at it.
Again. Yeah. The only thing I might have done different is maybe bury one inside to get him looking in and then go back out.
Yep.
Here's the 1-2. And he gets him looking for another strikeout. So that is strikeout number 7 and another Tara Harris State Farm strikeout. And, again, we want to say thank you to Tara Harris. I hope she's tuned in tonight, but we're so appreciative of her. She's been our primary sponsor for Bulldog Baseball this season. And, again, we want to say thank you as well to the Kilgore Bulldog Baseball Athletic Booster Club. I got to say it slow because
that's a mouthful there, man.
But, man, they've been a great partner as well.
Yeah.
They brought us on and talked to us, and, man, it's been a joy to cover these guys this year. Outside for ball. So, again, both of those are primary reasons we're here, and we're thankful for them. Again, if you'd love to, again, it's not too late. We'd love to have you jump on the sponsor train, and we'd love to run a commercial for you or run you across our ticker at the top and just highlight you as a business that supports and roots for these Kilgore Bulldog guys. And if you want to do that, reach out to us at sales@netsn.live. I promise this will be the only plug I give all game. But, again, it's important. It lets those kids know that you care, and, again, people see that. That one's fouled back, so 2 balls, 1 strike.
It also lets them know if we want to cover their school in the future, though.
Yeah.
We have
if you're
those
somebody,
capabilities, too.
Exactly. If you're somebody tuning in, you want us to cover your school, we'd love to do that as well. Here's the 2-1. Ooh, maybe a little low.
I don't know. That was...
It was down the middle, so it had to be low.
Yeah, Applegate was saying maybe a little low because I think he was telling him.
Yeah, it wasn't by much. But, again, I love it when umps communicate with the catcher and let him know, right? It's frustrating when you have no idea. Here's the 3-1. That got him. So strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
I don't know. I might go back inside again. What do you think?
Yeah, I
maybe
probably
catch
would.
that outside corner.
And I may check. Yeah, 3-2's tough.
Yeah,
That outside pitch, that's the only danger in that
I
is you
know.
walk somebody right. But
that's why I thought maybe go back inside again.
yeah, I might lean him a little. All right, here's the full count pitch. Again, 2 outs. And it's going to be a line shot out to right and caught. Great catch there by Jackson Dickey. That's going to do it for the top of the 5th inning. Again, nobody on, no runs scored. So it is 1-0 in favor of Kilgore. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back after this for bottom of the 5th inning action on NETSN.
Okay, your price is like State Farm, but is your coverage?
How we do things might leave you shocked. Our claims aren't done right. Our process is rough. It's tough.
Can I get help from an agent?
No luck.
Do it online?
No luck.
An app?
No luck.
Take my phone. It's easy, I swear. Like a good neighbor,
State Farm is there.
All right, welcome back again, Jeremy Diamond, Jeremy Titsworth here in Kilgore, Texas at Driller Park for a fantastic matchup. Again, so far, both teams with just 2 hits. Again, the score is 1-0 in favor of the Spring Hill Panthers. And then coming up is going to be Kaysen Edney, followed by Kaysen Henry, and then Jackson Dickey. So you're going to go with your 5, 6, 7 hitters here in the lineup and see if we can get something going.
Yeah,
so Edney's going to try to get something going for his cause here.
I'll say definitely Edney is going to want to get on base at least. That's been the biggest key, to try to get somebody on base because they've done it twice now.
Yeah, and they got Brooks to second, and then unfortunately with just the 1 out, couldn't get him any further. And again, like you said earlier, that's going to be a foul ball, just barely. But like you said earlier, we were looking at some stats, and the catcher Emery, he's had 3 guys attempt in district to steal, and he's thrown out 2 of the 3. So and Brooks has crazy speed, so it's a little bit different. But it's not a guy that you can steal on regularly, and so
no. But he did throw at Edney earlier, so add one more to that
he threw the Benson out on the pickoff move. You're right. So again, So you got. I mean, it's not a guy you're going to get a lot of run on, so you got to move guys around with the bat. All right, here's the 0-1. And it is a line shot to deep left center. The center fielder ranges over, and it just hangs up long enough, and he makes the catch. So good job there by Allen to track that one down. And we have 1 out here, bottom of the 5th inning. And again, the DH, Kaysen Henry, coming to the plate. First pitch to him is low for a ball.
I still think it's crazy. This is a freshman pitcher, man.
Yeah, it is. He's been really impressive so far. That's a strike. Came across the plate there. Good action on that throw. All right, here's the 1-1 from Bonner. That one's low for ball 2, so 2 balls, 1 strike here. Again, to the 6th hitter in the lineup, the DH tonight. All right, here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss.
Took a lot off of that one.
Yeah, so 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he's in the box again. Here's the 2-2 delivery. And a swing and a miss. It is a drop, 3rd strike. Throw over to first in time for the out. So that's the 4th strikeout for Bonner. And that's going to bring up number 9, Jackson Dickey, the right fielder. He made a good catch earlier tonight and now look to do something here at the plate. All right, so Bonner goes into his windup. First one, it's a strike there, so 0-1. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So quickly 0-2.
Yeah, I think that first pitch you watched come in was probably be the best one, but it looked like it was going to be deep inside.
Yeah. All right, here's the 0-2 from Bonner. Outside, good eye there for Dickey to not offer at that one.
Just let it be.
That's right. It's a ground ball. It's going to get past the 3rd baseman. So a good base hit there by Jackson Dickey. And again, he gets another runner on. So that's 3 hits now for the Bulldogs. And that's going to bring up Brody Benson, the first baseman. Again, he was the one that got picked off right at first last time when he was on base. And so he's 1 for 1, but again, didn't get anywhere after first base on that pickoff move with the catcher there.
No, that's a tough one too. But here you go again. You got somebody on base and try to get something working.
So checks the runner, checks again, comes home. First pitch is low and inside for a ball. Good job there by Emery of blocking and keeping it in front of him. Yeah, that game, the 13-inning game, both catchers went all 13 innings, which is crazy.
That's a long time.
If I caught for 13 innings, I'd be in the bed for about 2 weeks trying to figure out why my knees aren't moving, It was incredible.
We're wearing ice packs all day.
Everywhere. Oh, that one gets away, and that's going to allow Dickey to move to second. All right. So Dickey at second. Again, Benson now has a runner in scoring position, so a base hit here should at least advance the runner one, if not get him home. But again, 2 outs, you're running on contact, right? So there's a good chance that if it's on the ground and gets through that you could get Dickey home here. Bonner comes set. Comes home on the 2-0. Outside, ball 3. So really the first trouble we've seen here from Bonner.
I think he's looking too much at the runner on second.
Yeah, and again, with 2 outs, you just got to focus on the guy at the plate. You don't need to worry about the guy at second. All you got to do is get the guy at the plate out, and so you're done. All right, here's the 3-0. Outside for ball 4. So he walks it. So now runners at first and second, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, number 3, Braden Williams. Again, Braden 0 for 1 on the day, but he's got 2 guys here on base, and see if he can do something here to keep this inning going. You'd love to have this situation with just 1 out or no outs, right, where you could bunt and get 2 guys moved around, but you have to do it the old-fashioned way with a base hit here.
I'll say sometimes it just happens this way, but if you get a base hit here and you should be able to score somebody, I would think.
Yeah, agreed. All right, so Bonner gets a sign, comes home. That's in there for a strike. That was almost one of those that came in so slow. He probably was like, "Wait a minute, am I?" Because that was almost a changeup there. It didn't have much heat on it, and it I think Braden kind of locked up. He wasn't expecting that one. All right, here's the 0-1 from Bonner. Comes home. Off-speed pitch. Says he misses that one. I think he said it was a little elevated.
See, that goes back to a while ago with the first pitch swing, and I feel like that probably would have been the best one. But like you said, though, it came in so slow, I think it caught him off guard. But
it's almost like when that first pitch you see in slow pitch softball, You're like, is this real? Can the ball move that slow and that high off the ground? Here's the 1-1. That's in there for a strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Again, bottom of the 5th. Kilgore looking to get that run back they gave up in the first inning. And it's up to Braden Williams to keep this thing going. Again, there's a lot of room between short and third. He's going to foul that one off out of play to our right.
I was thinking right back up at second base, though.
Yeah, there's room there as well. Yeah, the third baseman's probably covering a little tighter than normal because there is the runner at second, right? And so he doesn't quite have the space he normally would be. He's inside that little cutout. And the shortstop's having to cover second, so there's a lot of room there if you can rip one down through there.
Hit right at left center, too.
Yeah, here's the 1-2 delivery. Fouls that one off to stay alive. Brooks with the chase down off the netting. Here's the 1-2 again. That's a flare out over the second baseman there. He's going to come up and make the catch, and that's going to do it for 5 innings of play here in Kilgore, Texas. Again, your score is 1-0 in favor of the Spring Hill Panthers. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more action here on NETSN.
This is where legends rise. On the hardwood, under the lights, from the buzzer beaters to the rim rockers, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story, from the blacktop to the big stage. Your favorite hoopers, your squads, your passion, all in one place, only on NETSN. Live games, exclusive shows. This is the future of basketball culture. 24/7 sports entertainment. This isn't just a network, this is a movement. Welcome to NETSN. Game on.
Top of the 6th. Hey, welcome back. Oh, wait. Oh, fumbled it.
Almost, I dropped it.
Drop-
I dropped it.
My bad. I should have muted you on that one. I didn't know you were
No,
going to
you're
fumble
good.
it like that.
I didn't think I was either. I thought I had a clean pickup there. Quickly 0-1 here. Again, Bell up to bat. So he's 1 for 2 with an RBI. All right, 0-2. Again, I've been really impressed with Edney.
Yeah, I agree.
He's just really settled in here after that first inning again that kind of didn't go his way. Here's the 0-2. That ground ball goes to short. Hale scoops, throws to first, in time for the out. So shortstop to first, a little 6-3, and we are got one out here in the top of the 6th inning.
I was going to say, I think the defense behind Edney has also kind of picked up as well, too. I think that has been a big key after that first kind of happened. I mean, errors do happen. It does. But at the same time, I mean, you hate to see it, and obviously caused a run, and that's the difference in this game. But defense has picked up. Edney's pitching's been outstanding. Was it 7 or 8 strikeouts now?
Yeah, he's had a bunch, I know. And again, like, you know, Clayton had the one error, and then he came back with another, and it was like, man, it's like one of those things where you try so hard not to do it, it happens again, right? And then you get frustrated. But I thought he did a really good job the next inning of really just settling in and getting it done.
That's one of those things when you're having kind of an off night, the ball's going to seem to find you.
Yes. Yeah, it's that moment. But, again, he settled in well and came back from it. And so, ooh, man, what an off-speed pitch. That kind of looked like the same kind of eephacy, right, change-up-y looking thing there. It just kind of hung up there and fooled the hitter. All right, here's the 0-2 from Edney. And he gets him looking. So that is strikeout number 8 for Kason Edney. Again, another Terra Harris State Farm strikeout. And that's going to bring up number 19, Mason Barnes, the shortstop. Again, he's 1 for 2 on the day.
One of the 2 hits for Spring. See, I told you could read Bulldogs earlier.
Yeah, now it's back a little bit. Now you can see home plate better. All right, here's the pitch from Edney. Outside for a ball.
That camera out there is just so pretty, though.
It is, yeah. It's hard to beat. It's got a little bit bigger price tag than the other ones. All right, here's the 1-0. It's a ground ball to third. Scoop by Clayton. He's going to throw to first. Oh, and it gets away. So runner at first base, 1 out here, or 2 out, excuse me.
There you go.
In the top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, I thought the scoop was there. Just I don't know. It was a
It's
weird
that one where
scoop.
you kind of try to time your scoop, and if you're just off, you kind of actually flick it higher.
Yeah.
Right, like he just kind of.
And he did. He flicked it back to the pitcher.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, a good job there by Edney on the help, just in case, right, being available when needed. So that's going to bring up Kason Copeland. Copeland's 0 for 2. He's the DH tonight for the Panthers. Great off-speed pitch there. A lot of movement there horizontally and vertically. I mean, that was nasty.
I'll say that thing started at his face and just dropped off right in the strike zone.
Yeah, great pitch there. Kason's seems to have great command of that right now. All right, come set. Time is called.
You can definitely tell as this game is kind of worn on that his pitching has gotten more precise. Like the accuracy is picked up tremendously.
Yeah, and I think it's big, too. After Tuesday night, you had to use 2 pitchers, right, for him to be able to hang in this game as well as he has. It keeps your bullpen and your other pitchers from having to get taxed, right? Like, it's the thing that you need your ace guy to do, one of your top pitchers to do, is come in and eat innings, and he's done a good job of that as well. All right, here's the 1-1 delivery from Edney. He checks the runner. Checks him again. He's going to kick and come home, and that's fouled off the hands there. All right, so 1 ball, 2 strikes here. All right, here's the 1-2. Outside. Tried to get a little bit more spin on that off-speed pitch, and it started in the middle and ended up outside. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Again, deuces are wild here.
Yeah, a little too much movement, a little swerve more.
All right, here's the delivery from Edney. Off speed, line up the middle. It bounces once, and the throw to second in time for the out. So a little fielder's choice there is going to get the runner out at second. And that's going to do it for the top of the 6th inning. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for bottom of the 6th inning action here on NETSN.
Okay, your price is like State Farm, but is your coverage?
How we do things might leave you shocked. Our claims aren't done right. Our process is rough. It's tough.
Can I get help from an agent?
No luck.
Do it online?
No luck.
An app?
No luck.
Take my phone. It's easy, I swear. Like a good neighbor,
State Farm is there.
All right, welcome back. Kilgore, Texas, Driller Park. Again, 1-0 Spring Hill. Jeremy Diamond, Jeremy Titsworth here for NETSN. And again, it's been a great ball game. Kilgore would love nothing more here to get on the board. So that's going to bring up Kason Brooks. Again, he's 1 for 2. He had that nice little flare.
He did.
Over the shortstop into left center field last at bat.
I'll just say that would be a big way to kick things off here. You get your leadoff man, top of the order right here, and get things started quickly.
All right, so here's the first pitch. He's going to swing and miss. Yeah, and with his speed, man, if you could get him to do that bunt down that third baseline, I mean, he would be lethal. Because even on a medium bunt, he's going to be hard to throw out. Here's the 0-1. That's inside for a ball, so 1 ball, 1 strike. And again, he's done it. I don't think he's as comfortable with the bunting part of it, but he can do it.
No, I think he likes to swing away more.
I agree.
To me, though, that third base is playing deep back there. You catch him off guard.
Yep. Here's the pitch. Swing and miss again.
Try to go after the high Gouda there.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes. All right, the 1-2 delivery comes in. He says no, so 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's a good eye there, though.
Yeah, Bonner really wanted that one. You could see it. Again, you've got to get Kason Brooks out. You can't let him get on the base and run wild here. Here's the 2-2. He's going to hit a little line cue shot foul. Coach Hubbard makes the clean scoop over there at third.
It's a good scoop.
It was. You know, you can't miss those because the guys in the dugout on the other side will razz you. You know, you got to be clean with the pickup. All right, here's the 2-2. And he gets a called third strike. That's strikeout number 5 tonight for Bonner.
That's such a tough one, though, because it's coming across the plate into that inside corner.
Yeah, it dives at your back foot, too, right? Like it's coming in. It just doesn't feel like it should be a strike, but it is. All right, so Bonner versus Hale. Hale, again, is 0 for 2 on the day. He did have a bunt to move Brooks to second base last time up. That one gets away. So ball 1. Again, that'd be the time you'd want Brooks on the bag because he's at the next base easy.
Wouldn't even had to advance him on that one.
Yeah.
He'd already been at second.
Yeah. Yeah, you could bunt him to third in that point, right? Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss by Hale. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, Bonner's got a deceptive delivery. The Bulldog players have had a hard time tonight of finding about where it's going to be based on where it starts. That's a line shot out to shallow center field. The center fielder comes racing in, and it lands right in front of him. That's one of those. It's better to be lucky than good, right? It wasn't a huge hard shot, but it was in the right place.
No, and the way it sounded, though, it seemed like it was going to carry further, but then it just got up there and just died right in front
and the center fielder called off the shortstop right away, and really the shortstop would have been able to get to that one, right?
A lot easier.
It just kind of died in the night air, and fortunate for the Bulldogs to get a runner on, and that's going to bring up Kason Clayton, who's 0 for 2 on the day, but he'd love nothing more here than to, at minimum, advance Hale to the next base, and hopefully get himself on as well.
Little discussion with Coach.
Yeah, trying to make sure they're on the same page and know what the call is. So, again, Kaysen, your third hitter in the lineup here. You got Hale at first, taking a short lead there, again with the lefty up. That's inside for a ball. You know, it's a little bit different, right? And especially since you haven't really seen his move to first, you have to be careful with your leadoff, right? Because he hasn't thrown over to first yet, really, and so don't want to be too greedy and get caught. That's outside for ball 2, so 2 balls, no strikes here to Clayton. And again, we got some stats from Coach Methvin, and Bonner had the 36 Ks coming in, but he also had 11 walks, right? So he does, when he misses it, he's done that a few times. Again, that's a freshman, right? That's inside, so 3-0.
See, that's that same pitch, though, that everybody's been seeing coming in as a strike, and you look at it, and that one was deep inside. But to me, when you're a batter, how do you tell the split difference between that?
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, you got to be disciplined. Here's the 3-0 delivery. And he says high for a ball, so ball 4. So that's going to put runners at first and second.
It's a big deal with only 1 out now.
Yeah, so Emery, the catcher, is going to walk out and have a quick conversation with Bonner. Again, try to settle his freshman pitcher down a little bit, right? Talk to him a little bit. Again, you got a senior behind the plate. He's going to tell him, hey, man, you're good. Just keep doing your thing, right? And if you're Kilgore, you got to be excited about this because you got Applegate, your cleanup guy, up here.
And you haven't really faced much adversity tonight either.
So you're going to have looks like we're going to have a pinch runner here. So it looks like Devin Tenney is going to come run for Colton Hale. So I wonder if that means that Colton Hale is going to come in to pitch. Because typically you can only courtesy run in that kind of situation. So I don't know, but Coach came down to talk to him. So we'll kind of see what happens in a little bit. So we'll kind of leave it.
Look at you foreshadowing here.
I'm just taking a guess. I know some things, not many things, but I might get lucky. All right, here's the first pitch to Applegate. Again, just 1 out here. Going to do the wheel play. Tenney gets back in plenty of time. And again, Tenney's got great speed as well. Maybe not quite Kaysen Brooks speed, but he's got good feet and he can move.
That's another thing, too. Maybe it's a cat and mouse game playing at second, though.
Yeah.
You get that pitcher off just a little bit.
So Bonner comes set. He's going to check the runner, check him again, comes home. And again, another ball. That's 5 straight from him. So all of a sudden just having a little trouble finding the zone.
Yep.
And again, you can kind of see some of the frustration on his face there. Maybe a little bit of that just inexperience there of just trying to stay even keel. So 1-0's your count here. It's fouled off by Applegate. It's going to go over the netting and back down. Oh, that one actually that was a weird one. It came back into the area where it shouldn't fall into. That's cool. It's the first one I've seen not plinko back into the field, so.
Interesting.
1 ball, 1 strike here to Applegate. Again, Applegate 0 for 2 on the day. Would love to get off the schneid here. Fouls that one straight back. That one came up the ramp and down. So 1 ball, 2 strikes is our count. Edney on deck. All right. Miles in the box ready. Pitcher comes set. Here's the 1-2. Line shot. Woo! There was several Panthers that took a dive there. And again, the right thing. I hit that netting in front of the dugout there. That was nasty.
That's a quick feed on that one.
Yeah. So again, we're back to 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Bonner comes set. Comes home. That's high for a ball, so 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bonner's 2-2. Again, Applegate stays alive with a foul. Great job by him. I mean, he's making – yeah, you got to battle, right? Battle till you find one you can do something with.
Yeah.
Stay alive, right?
Some of those are so close. That's why you foul them off like that for that particular reason.
Yeah, you got to protect the plate and stay alive, and then you got to look for one to drive. And again, Bonner's job is to keep that from happening. Here's the 2-2. Wheels throws to second. That's high. Tenney gets back in plenty of time, and then smartly keeps a foot on the bag as he stands up. I think I'd just lay there and call time. You don't want to run the risk of something happening.
No.
All right, so Tenney takes his lead again. Bonner checks, comes home. That's outside, ball 3. Great job there by Applegate working the count full from a 1-2 count to a 3-2 count here. 1 out, so we got the old school elementary countdown. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Bottom of the 6th inning in a 1-0 game. Huge at bat here for Miles. Here's the pitch. And again, he fouls that one out of play behind us. So he stays alive for another one.
I have noticed every time. And it's been very few times tonight he's actually done that. But for Bonner, though, anytime he throws at one of the bases trying to get a pick off, the next pitch he comes back at is usually a ball. So that's one of those things. If they can keep making him think about them on base rather than the batter, he may potentially here walk another one.
Yeah, so again, a 3-2 count here. And again, he misses on this pitch. He walks, like you said, you get the bases loaded with 1 out, right? So a big pitch here for both teams. The 3-2 comes home. Applegate hits a loud fly ball out to center field. The center fielder is underneath it. Tenney tags. He's going to fake and not go anywhere. So fly out there for Applegate. And that's going to have 2 outs in the inning, and that's going to bring up the pitcher, Kason Edney. All right, so we got Bonner around 88 pitches, somewhere give or take 1 or 2. We got Edney at the plate. Again, runners at first and second with 2 outs. Checks the runners, comes home. Edney starts to swing. He says he did. Tenney swipes a bag.
Wow.
So a strike and then a stolen base. Great job there by Tenney of recognizing that ball got a little bit away and again has the speed to get down to third. So now we got a runner at first and third.
Especially against this catcher because he's only allowed 1 stolen base in district. So that's a big deal right there.
Okay, we got a time call here from Coach Methvin. So I think they're going to talk about the strategy here. Do we want to throw down to second and try to get the third out? Do we let him steal? Do we try to fake the throw out there and try to get the guy coming home, right? So there's a lot of strategy involved here. And again, Coach Hubbard and his staff are going to talk it over with those guys and get them all on the same page as well and try to come up with a game plan. Again, this is the beauty of baseball, right? This is the chess match. You get these moments like this, and so both coaches are going to get an eye and an idea of what they want to do here. And again, it's a huge inning. Again, in a 1-0 ball game, and you got a guy at third, and again a ground ball into the outfield, or anything on the ground that gets through is going to score a run and tie this game. And again, we've been here before.
Yeah.
And Spring Hill's been able to shut the door twice before.
Yes.
And so I think this is, again, every inning has been huge in this one, but especially this at bat here because for Edney as the pitcher, this is a chance to knot the game up here, right? And then
big
potentially bring the next guy up to maybe take a lead. And so it's a big moment here. And again, for the freshman Bonner, a chance for him to close the door and take it down to the last inning of work. So Edney sitting on an 0-1 count here, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. And here's the pitch. That's a line shot, and it gets through. What a piece of hitting there by Kason Edney. And it's an RBI single, and we're tied at 1. What a great piece of hitting by Kason Edney. Again, that big hole between short and third was an acre, and he drove it right through, and all of a sudden we got a tie game.
That was beautiful, though, considering the fact of, like you mentioned, that big open gap there at the 5-6 hole.
All right, now we have a pinch hitter here. So it looks like Brody Smith.
There he is. Did it work?
Yep, I think it worked.
Yep. Look at you.
I don't know. I get lucky sometimes, like I said. Sometimes better be lucky than good. Well, we made the mistake in the last game we did of moving him into the lineup and the field, and then it was wrong. So I'm like, we're moving one at a time. We'll get to the other part when that time comes.
There you go.
All right, here's the pitch to Smith. That's low in the dirt. Smith did a good job there of communicating. I don't know if you saw it, but immediately he stuck his hand up like, don't go. He's got it close. And again, with 2 outs, it's important, again, to communicate well. You got runners at first and second. So you got Edney at first, or actually you have the pinch runner, Dre Sanders. And then at second you have Case and Clayton. So you got 2 guys with speed on the base pass. 1-0 count here for Brody Smith. Swing and a miss. Well, he wanted that one.
He did.
If he got a hold of that one, it might be still going.
He wanted that one to go yard, but that's that crazy inside pitch Bonner's been throwing all night. And
it dives at that back ankle.
Yep.
All right, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Bottom of the 6th inning. Tie game here. Here's the pitch. That one's inside. It pops up. He can't find it. It's right in front of him.
Oh, I think it hit him.
Oh, did it? Okay, it hit him. Okay, I was confused. I was like.
No, because I think, like you were talking about, it dives at that back angle. I think that one actually dove way deep and hit him right in the foot.
All right, so hit by pitch is going to load the bases. And that's going to bring up the right fielder, Jackson Dickey. I was wondering, I was like, he didn't really seem a whole lot. He wasn't in a big hurry to find it. I was like, okay, maybe he has no idea. Nobody's helping him. But.
No, I was watching the ump. He threw his arms out and then pointed to the bag, so that's how I knew it hit him, because that's the only thing I could assume. It's that same inside pitch, but it had to have come in and hit him right in the ankle.
Well, I'm glad you saw that. So, again, a big spot here. 1-1 game, and Dickey 1 for 2 at the plate here. First pitch inside and high for a ball. And if you're Bonner, this is just hard, right? Because you're battling, you're scuffling, and you just can't get the.
It's a tough one, especially a young player too, having to. But this is the things, when you face it early on, you'll be prepared for later.
That's right. So fouls that one back. So 1 ball, 1 strike. That one came back hard, almost came back onto the field there off the metal there at the backstop.
Hey, look at your camera held on tight.
Yeah, it hadn't moved. That was good that time. All right, here's the 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there from Bonner. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Again, Dickey up to bat. He's got a single. 1 for 2 on the day. Big pitch here. Wind up, and he comes home. That one's fouled out of play behind us. So Dickey does a good job there of staying alive.
Dropping up that pitch count too, though. That's another big key.
Yeah. Yeah, again, and our count's at least 96, and again, we might be off a little bit, so we're close to that 100 range. Again, 110, I believe, is the limit, so he's getting closer to that. Here is the 1-2. That one's high, so 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Emery's going to make the call here for the defensive lineup. Again, the easy part if you're the defense is you can go to any base here with the bases loaded, right? The hard part is you give up a single, you're giving up 1, maybe 2 runs, right? So,
well, I was about to say with the speed at second and probably giving up 2.
Yeah, so here's the 2-2 pitch. That one's fouled, and I think it's going to climb out of play, so Dickey does stay alive again. And we're going to reset with Deuces Wild, 2-2 and 2 outs. All right, the 2-2 delivery from Bonner. That's in the dirt, low, ball 3. Good job there by Emery of getting a leg and a glove on that one to keep it from getting away.
I'll say if that had rolled all the way back, you might have had runner at third attempting.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it for a second. I think if it gets behind, if it gets outside of the word Bulldogs, I think you're probably coming, right?
That's a huge backstop there, though.
It is. It's a lot of room back behind. All right, huge pitch here. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Bonner goes into his windup, comes home, and it's a pop-up, sky high. Everybody's fighting over it. Nobody's going to catch. Oh, and they do. Great job there by the first baseman to take hold of that one. So Bell makes the catch. That's going to do it for the 6th inning. But again, Kilgore puts one on the board, and we're tied at 1. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back for more action here on NETSN. All right, welcome back. 7th inning here, Driller Park, Kilgore, Texas. Jeremy Diamond, Jeremy Titsworth for NETSN. And again, this game has lived up to its building, has it not? I mean, we knew it was going to be a battle of heavyweights, and it's been every bit of it.
Here's the essential pitcher duel, though, and now definitely that Kilgore's tied this up.
Yeah, what can Edney do here? Top of the 7th, he gets a strike. Because, again, if you can hold him, then you can go home right in the bottom. And so this is a big inning here. Again, Edney sitting around mid-90s in pitches. That one's low, so 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, 110's your limit, right? And you can pitch to the batter you're on, but you can't start another one after that count. Here's the 1-1. It's a ground ball to short. Shortstop fields it. He's going to throw to first in time for the out. So that's going to give us 1 out. All right, so that's going to bring up the 8th hitter in the lineup, number 7, Reed Noon, the left fielder. Again, he's officially 0 for 1. Again, Edney got the 8 strikeouts tonight to just 1 walk. It's a ground ball to third. It's scooped. Throw to first, and plenty of time for a huge out. Great play there by Kason Clayton. The scoop. The throw, man, just a dart. I mean, that hit Benson square in the glove. Didn't even have to move at all.
No.
So quickly 2 outs here, top of the 7th inning, and it feels like Mo has walked to the other dugout here.
I think so, too, but the biggest thing is look how many pitches you potentially – I mean, your guy can essentially finish the game here. So
Right.
hopefully, if you can come up to bat and knock some runs in.
Yeah, and again, Camden Edwards up to bat. He's 0 for 2 on the day. All right, so here's the pitch to Edwards. He's going to foul that one back for a strike. All right, here's the 0-1. Just misses outside, so 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, we've got him roughly at 103 pitches. Ours is not the official count, but he's close. Here's the 1-1. Outside ball 2.
I'd give it within a couple.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're within 2 or 3.
Yep.
So, I mean, it should be
usually
pretty close to
fouls if they don't calculate.
Yes. Or 1 extra one because we thought the first one didn't calculate. It's a ground ball to the first baseman. Benson scoops. He's going to race to first and makes the play. So quickly they go down 1-2-3 in the top of the 7th inning. We're going to take a break, and we're going to see if the Kilgore Bulldogs can put this one out of reach here on NETSN.
Okay, your price is like State Farm, but is your coverage?
How we do things might leave you shocked. Our claims aren't done right. Our process is rough. It's tough.
Can I get help from an agent?
No luck.
Do it online?
No luck.
An app?
No luck.
Take my phone. It's easy, I swear. Like a good neighbor,
State Farm is there.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the 7th inning here in Kilgore, Texas at Driller Park. Again, a 1-1 game and a big spot here. Again, the Bulldogs can walk this off. They're going to start with Brody Benson, the 8th hitter in the lineup, the first baseman, followed by Williams and then Brooks. All right, here's the pitch from Bonner. That first pitch is high for a ball. Again, we've got him around 102 pitches here. Again, that's not gospel, but it's pretty close. So he's somewhere in that range here. So if he can be efficient, he could probably get through 3, but more than likely he's going to probably just get through two hitters here and have to make his exit, but we'll see what happens. So 1 ball, 1 strike here. Again, bottom of the 7th inning. Benson is 1 for 1 officially.
Thought that was a little low, but
yeah, got the call on the outside part of the plate there. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to the 8th place hitter, Benson. And he gets him on the outside part of the plate with a little curve action there. That's strikeout number 6 for Bonner. And that gives us 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And that's going to bring up the left fielder, number 3, Braden Williams. Braden's 0 for 2 on the evening. Again, so 6 strikeouts for Bonner and 2 walks. Yeah, that's right, Excalibur. Get your popcorn. This is going to be big, right? Big inning here, I agree. Got to have that popcorn ready. Here's the pitch. That's inside for a ball.
that's crazy because that's been called strike quite a bit tonight.
Yeah, and then the one outside looked more like a ball. And again, that's the umpire's discretion.
The strike zone shifted a little bit.
Yeah, 1-0 pitch here. That one's in the dirt, so 2 balls, no strikes here. Again, we got a pitch count around 107. All right, here's the 2-0 delivery. That's inside, ball 3. So 3 balls, no strikes to Braden Williams. And again, if Braden gets on, he's got good speed. And then right behind him is Brooks with even better speed, right? That's the danger you run into if you're Spring Hill here. Here's the 3-0. That's outside and low, so it's a 4th ball. And again, Williams is going to take off here and at least see if there's a hustle. So he gets the walk. It's not a bad idea. If the catcher's going to walk back, at least sprint down and see if you can get something to happen. All right, so Kason Brooks up to bat here. Again, he's 1 for 3 on the day. He had that little flare out there to left center field. Big at bat right here. I would love to see him try to put one down here. I don't know what coach is going to call here, but and it looks like this might be the moment where we get the pitching change here, I think. So we're going to see what the change is. And again, if that's the case, if they make the pitching change here, I mean, Bonner, and they might just be telling him, like, hey, this is your last guy, go get him. I don't know. But they are. Okay, so they're going to leave him in. But again, I think, just both pitchers have acquitted themselves so well tonight.
I think so, too. And we've talked about it a lot, but this kid, Bonner for Spring Hill's freshman.
Yeah, it's crazy. And again, this is what you want baseball games to be. You want them to be intense and tight.
Yes.
And again, pitchers duel, right? And again, timely hitting and taking advantage of opportunities, all those things. We've seen a little bit of all that tonight. And again, it's almost a shame somebody has to lose, right? Because both teams have played so well.
Great baseball.
Exactly.
I don't want to see a 14-10 game.
Yeah, unless about 6 go over the fence. Then that's a little bit different, but even still. All right, here's the pitch. Gets a called first strike there. So 0-1 to Brooks. All right, so Kason looking to do something with it. Again, he's got Williams at first base with a lead. Comes home. Swing and a miss, 0-2. That's that one that starts out over the middle, and then all of a sudden it's behind your legs, right?
Yep.
Like it dives at your back ankle there and got Brooks fooled on that one.
But I think that was definitely be deep inside, and if Brooks would have laid off, that would have been an easy ball there.
Yeah, agreed. All right, so 0-2 is the count here. Bonner comes home. Brooks fouls one away. Let that one get just a hair too deep. I think he was trying to go Oppo Taco on that one. And
I wonder what happens when he runs out of his Rolodex over there.
I don't know. I think he starts over the top. He just rolls back to the top. I feel like I've heard a couple of names twice, but I don't know. All right, here's the 0-2 from Bonner. Ground ball to the shortstop. Shortstop scoops. He throws to second for 1. First. Is safe. So Brooks is at first. Again, the speed of Brooks is the only reason that wasn't a double play, because that was the textbook double play ball. So coach is going to take the ball from Bonner. Looks like we're going to see a little bit of a lineup adjustment. We'll try to figure out what that is. And again, even the Kilgore fans are giving him applause because, again, it was a great pitching job by him tonight. So it looks like Causey is going to come in and close. So Causey's going to slide over to the pitcher's role, and then we're going to see who comes in at third. All right, we're going to take a short break, and we'll come back from that break, and we'll give you an update about who's where.
There you go.
Okay, your price is like State Farm, but is your coverage?
How we do things might leave you shocked. Our claims aren't done right. Our process is rough. It's tough.
Can I get help from an agent?
No luck.
Do it online?
No luck.
An app?
No luck.
Take my phone. It's easy, I swear. Like a good neighbor,
State Farm is there.
All right, so it looks like the update is that Causey is now pitching.
There you go.
And then it looks like Copeland, the DH, has moved over to third base. That's the best look we can give. I think that's what we got. Again, those numbers are hard to read this late at night.
And way up here, too.
Yeah, and you got 9 and 8 and 18 all kind of the same on the jersey, so it was hard to tell. But we believe that's the update here. So, again, 2 outs, runner at first. He says he went on the first pitch, so strike 1. Again, Hale 1 for 3 on the day. Would love nothing more to extend this thing here and keep it running here so that Clayton can come up to bat. Here's the 0-1. Fouls that one out of play. So quickly 2 strikes here. Causey comes set, comes home. High and outside for a ball. He's got a quick, not a lot of reach back on that. It's almost like a Henry Rowengartner from Rookie of the Year. Just kind of reaching and yeah, got that whip
like
action.
A spring to it.
Yeah. All right, so 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Hale. Here's the pitch. He says ball. All right. Again, it's a righty, right?
Yeah.
So that it is harder to get that corner of the plate if you're right-handed versus the lefty from earlier, right? So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Comes set, comes home, swing and a miss, and that's going to do it for the 7th inning. So we're going to stay tied. We're going to take a short break, and we'll come back for extra innings, more free baseball here on NETSN.
This is where legends rise. On the hardwood, under the lights, from the buzzer beaters to the rim rockers, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story, from the blacktop to the big stage. Your favorite hoopers, your squads, your passion, all in one place, only on NETSN. Live games, exclusive shows. This is the future of basketball culture. 24/7 sports entertainment. This isn't just a network. This is a movement. Welcome to NETSN. Game on.
All right. Well, we got extra baseball. I feel like that's been my theme of the week. The hope is that we get out of here before 13. My game that I broadcast on Tuesday went to 13 innings, and
Don't put that on us, man.
no, we're going to get out of here before that. But again, we're going to the 8th inning here in Driller Park. Again, it's a 1-1 game. Again, Spring Hill scored 1 in the first. Kilgore came back with 1 in the 6th. And again, it's been a great pitcher's duel. Bonner exited the last inning after his 110th pitch.
Yep.
And Edney's getting close on time here as well. And so we're getting down to that point where both guys are going to be getting close.
Who do you think they're bringing up after Edney, if you had to guess?
It's probably going to be Hale.
Okay.
And it might be Adames. Every once in a while they'll go there, but I would guess, depending on, I don't know what the count was for Hale the other night at the end of the game.
Oh, okay.
But I would assume if he's got room, that's going to be where they go. Yeah, Mr. Extra Innings, Jeremy Diamond, that's right. And again, Excalibur Force said we got one bonus add in, and it is a nice evening in the Piney Woods. You're right. It's a beautiful night for baseball. All right, so I think we're having a looks like we're trying to figure out pitch count, maybe. I'm not sure what's going on. We're trying to figure out maybe who's batting. I don't know. We've got Causey. I mean, it should be Causey. I don't know, but he was on the mound. I don't know if he forgot it was his turn or what, but you got Emery out there, and you got Bell. Here he comes. Here he comes. He was so excited about closing out that last inning, he forgot it was his turn to hit. There we go. All right, so Cannon Causey closed out the last inning with a good strikeout there and kept Kilgore from scoring any runs. So we're going to extra innings here. Driller Park. Here's the pitch from Edney. It's a ground ball to third. It's scooped. Throw to first and plenty of time for the out. So a quick 5-3 ground out there. And that's going to bring up the catcher, Eli Emery.
How about say 2 more of those and
yeah.
another.
I was going to say he might be. Yeah, at least if he gets a quick 1-pitch ground out here, and 2 of them, yeah. So again, by our count, he's somewhere. I think we're a little high, but
I think so too.
I think he's closer to 103, 104, but he's somewhere in that range, so he's getting close to his limit. All right, so Emery at the plate here. Again, he's 0 for 3 on the night. That's a line shot out to left field and caught. So I think you prognosticated 1 pitch, 1 out there. A little bit different than we thought it might go, but good job there by Jackson Dickey being in short right field, and that liner went right to him. It's almost like they knew that was coming and they just stood him there because he literally just kind of took a step and stuck a glove up and got a hold of it.
He may have taken 2 half steps if that.
Yeah. So quickly 2 outs here, top of the 8th inning, and that's going to bring up Trenton Bell. Again, Bell is 1 for 3. He has the lone RBI for these Panthers. Swing and a miss. So, again, hey, if you're watching and you have some friends that aren't, man, let them know. This has been a great game. Again, what a fantastic deal we got going on here tonight in Kilgore, Texas. So if you can't be here at the park, there's no better place to be than on NETSN on YouTube watching this game.
Enjoying some great baseball right now.
That's right. Here's the 1-1 delivery from Edney. Outside ball, too. He overcooked that one a little bit. Wanted that one real bad. Gonna take a breath here.
Didn't roll off the fingers quick enough.
Coach going to check him. I think he kind of winced a little bit, so he's asking if I can get time to check on him here. I guess the umpire wants to come out and check too. So they're going to check on Edney here. Again, I probably a little. I think he did come off kind of weird. Yeah. He was stretching kind of funny, but also probably a chance here for your reliever to get warm and finish up as well. So here comes the trainer from Kilgore. Hey, you know what? Let's take a quick break while they do that. So we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back after this on NETSN.
Okay, your price is like State Farm, but is your coverage?
How we do things might leave you shocked. Our claims aren't done right. Our process is rough. It's tough.
Can I get help from an agent?
No luck.
Do it online?
No luck.
An app?
No luck.
Take my phone. It's easy, I swear. Like a good neighbor,
State Farm is there.
All right, so good news. Edney stays in. Again, our pitch count is a little bit off. We know it's off by a couple pitches, but it's close. So here's the 2-1 count here to Bell. Edney comes home. Swing and a miss. Oh, Bell wanted to hold up on that one. He said, as soon as he started to swing, he was like, no. Oh.
I think it was just a natural reaction of holding the bat and just turning, and it looked like a swing.
All right, here's the Deuce's wild pitch. And he gets him swinging. What a pitch there from Kason Edney. Strikeout number 9, another Terra Harris State Farm strikeout. And that's going to take us to the bottom of the 8th inning where Kilgore's going to look to take this one home. We'll be right back, and let's see if they can make it happen here on NETSN. All right, so welcome back. Again, bottom of the 8th inning, a 1-1 game here at Driller Park. Again, Jeremy Diamond, Jeremy Titsworth here on the call for NETSN. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. So again, they can throw 110 pitches.
Yep.
And again, if they're in the middle of a batter, when they get to 110, they can finish that batter, but you cannot start the next batter once you've hit 110.
There you go.
And then there's also a limit. If you pitch the Tuesday game, there's a certain number of pitches you can throw, and if you're over that, you can't come in on Friday because of the day's rest space.
I thought it was like 75.
Yeah,
or something
it's
like
somewhere in that. It's 75, 85. I can't remember. I need to look that one up. But we're not sure who will come in if there's another inning for Kilgore, but we would probably guess it'd be Adamez, but we don't know for sure. And so, again, huge at bat here. And we've got Clayton at the bat here, so he's 0 for 2 on the day. Here's the first pitch to him. High. Again, Causey's got, the speed difference. And again, Bonner was phenomenal. He's kind of more of an off-speed, Greg Maddox, cut the corners kind of thing. And Causey just says, catch this. That's a deep drive out to center field.
What a catch, though.
Man, a full outstretch diving catch by the center fielder Allen to rob an extra bases hit from Kason Clayton. Again, he was 2/3 of the way to the second when that catch was made. And if that gets on the ground, he's probably standing up at third. So huge play there for Allen. Allen had a great jump. I thought he wasn't going to quite get there. I thought he was going to be just short. But, man, he laid out, and then his hat went flying. And so I was like, is that baseball? Is that hat? What is it?
Couldn't tell what it was from this far out.
But then when he jumped up, you were sure, okay, he made the catch. All right, here's the first pitch to Applegate. Another shot out to left center field. This time the left fielder ranges over and makes the catch. Man, and Miles just misses a base hit himself. So back-to-back, good hit. They were great hits.
Yeah.
Just great defensive plays by that one by the left fielder, Noon. So Allen and Noon doing their part, and that's going to bring up Kason Edney. So, again, we know we probably won't be able to go back to the mound, but he's got a chance here to do some damage for his own cause, for his team here. First pitch outside, ball 1. All right, here's the 1-0. Ground ball goes to second. The scoop is made. The throw over to first. And that's going to do it for 8 innings of play. Jeremy, stop me if you've heard this before, but we're going one more. So we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to be back for more free baseball here on NETSN.
This is where legends rise. On the hardwood, under the lights, from the buzzer beaters to the rim rockers, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story, from the blacktop to the big stage. Your favorite hoopers, your squads, your passion, all in one place, only on NETSN. Live games, exclusive shows. This is the future of basketball culture. 24/7 sports entertainment. This isn't just a network, this is a movement. Welcome to NETSN. Game on.
All right, so Travis Allen up to bat. He's 0 for 3. We have a new pitcher for the Bulldogs. It's Rafaelo Adames. I think they call him MR. So MR at the on the mound here, and he's throwing to Allen, the center fielder who made that great catch in the last half of the inning. Again, full extension dive. I mean, that's an impressive catch. That's that one where I wish we had some kind of ball tracking cam that could zoom in, right, and catch that.
Follow right on it.
Yeah, that's that one where you want to see on SportsCenter, the leaping line, caught there.
Get a drone out there.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so quickly 0-2.
Nice, Brett. That's in the budget.
Yeah. Dear Brett. And if you want to sponsor a drone. All right, so no balls, 2 strikes here. Adames cooking early here in the top of the 9th inning. Here's the pitch. Oh, he almost offered at it in the dirt. He said, did he go? He says no. All right, so 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Again, Allen is the cleanup hitter in this lineup. And again, I mean, extra baseball. It almost feels like we needed it because of how well both teams have played, right?
Yeah. But like you said, though, it's a shame the way this game is.
A little nub off the bat there, and the catch is made by Barnhart. Great job there by him ranging. He ended up he caught it, turned around, and there was a high five from Brooks. They were both right there. So great job there by Colt Barnhart to make the catch.
But it's a shame someone's got to walk away as a loser here tonight.
For sure.
As great as this game has been.
Exactly. And again, like somebody said on here, this is what you need right before the playoffs. You need tight games because you're going to play those kind of games.
Exactly.
So Adames got his first out, and now he's going to be facing Mason Barnes, the shortstop. So Adames steps off. A reset here. Again, a good job there by Applegate of kind of settling, hey, if you don't like what you saw, let's reset. Let's try this again, right? Don't be on the mound a long time set. All right, here's the pitch. And swing and a miss.
No,
and again, he's deceptive because he comes over the top.
Yeah.
Right? He kind of falls away. And so it's hard to track the ball because it's behind him a lot of the way until it almost is out of his hand.
But I was going to say, also the umpire was kind of resetting too, so
Yes.
therefore it's kind of gave you a little bit of extra time.
Here's the 0-1. That one's off the fist. And said hello to our camera. All right, no balls, 2 strikes here to Barnes.
Here for too long, we're going to have a sky shot.
Yeah, we're going to have to give it a little nudge again. So Adames waiting on the call, comes set. Comes home. That's a high, towering shot over on the first base side. And it looks like it hit the ground. So Benson unable to get that one. I think it got him a little bit twist turned upside down there. He kind of looked like he got in a little spin move there and went one way and then the other and was able to make the catch.
Yeah,
but again,
track of it a
0-2.
little bit.
Yeah, and again, that's that time of night, though, with these lights, the way they're angled, like you look up into one and you can't see anything, right?
You're seeing spots.
Yeah, a whole bunch of yellow spots, and yellow spots and a white baseball don't go together. Here's the 0-2 again in the dirt, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, 9th inning, so 2nd inning of free baseball. That one just misses, so 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's got that kind of tumble action to that one, but didn't quite get up enough to catch any part of the lift that he needed there to get into the zone. So a little bit low. Kicks of the 2-2. It's a lined shot out to center field, but Kason Brooks is underneath it and makes the catch. So a fly out there to Brooks, and that's going to do it for the 2nd out of the inning. That's going to bring up Copeland, Kason Copeland, who started as tonight's DH and moved over to 3rd base. Looks like we might have a pinch hitter if he gets on.
Possibly.
Looks like Mackey is in the on-deck circle, so he might be batting for Ryland Lilly. All right, so Adames' first pitch. Breaking ball, low for a ball. kind of got the dirt there at the end. Again, it's been nice. The chat's been active tonight. That's fun. Thanks for, thank you again for tuning in, man. It's been a great night, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. And again, we're looking to see what happens here in this 9th inning, and there's only spot for 10, so like kind of what happened the other night, it reset the whole board, went to 0 and kept going. It was crazy. Oh, swing and a miss. He fooled him with that one. He didn't know which way was up, down, left, or right on that one.
Pulled the string on it.
Yeah, he just hit the B button on the swing part and didn't know what he was, no location. So he was unable to catch up to that one. All right, Adames comes set. Comes home with a 1-2. And he fouls that one back to stay alive. So a good piece of hitting there by Copeland to stay alive. All right, the 1-2 again. Line shot over the shortstop and down for a base hit. So that lands in front of the left fielder, Williams. And we've got a runner on here with 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. And again, we got a pinch hitter. So it looks like we're going to have Mackey hitting in place of Rylan Lilly. So Silas Mackey at the plate. Again, this will be his first official at bat. All right, so Mackey in a crucial spot here against Adames. Runner at first base, 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning of a tie ball game. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, so strike 1. Again, Mackey was kind of swinging at the middle of the plate, and that ball was off to the side there, so he got him fooled on the first one. Calls strike 2. So he got the breaking pitch to go over the plate enough to get a second strike. All right, can Adames get out of this inning with no damage done? Or can Spring Hill stay alive for more? All right, the 0-2 delivery from him. Ground ball through the hole and a base hit. Wow. So a good piece of hitting there by Mackey. And again, that was due to kind of Hale being in that spot where he kind of had to cover second in case, and went between Clayton and Hale, and just a soft single there. Again, nothing hard on the contact, but it does do enough to get a runner on. And we're going to have a pinch runner in place of Mackey, so we're doing all the things here. And the pitch runner at first is number 2. That's going to be Lilly, so Lilly's running for the guy that hit for him. That's not confusing.
Not at all.
Yeah. All right, so number 7, Reed Noon up to bat. He's 0 for 2 on the day. He's got runners at first and second here, 2 outs, top of the 9th inning. And the pitch from Adames. And he fouls that one back off the netting.
I feel like Adames every time he throws, that's why he gets a little many fouls, because it's tough to kind of catch up to where it's going to be.
I agree. Yeah, it's very deceptive delivery. Almost comes from behind his ear, versus out wide or low. All right, here's the 0-1 from him. Swing and a miss, quickly 0-2. So again, for the 3rd straight hitter, right,
Yeah.
Got him down to 2 strikes. Now he's got to finish somebody off here.
Finish this one off, no harm, no foul. I'll tell you the pitchers I always hated was those like submariner ones.
Oh, yeah. Whew. Here's the 0-2.
Oh, that was a perfect frame job. I thought that caught that outside corner.
Just misses with that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 in the dirt. Runners go. And both runners are safe on the wild pitch. All right, so runners at second, third, 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces are wild. Roll them if you got them, and here's the pitch. Misses that one in the dirt as well, so full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Again, Adames had him 0-2, kind of letting him off the hook a little bit here. He needs a pitch to finish here. Again, I think you just got to attack the hitter.
I think so too.
Just go after him, make him hit one. Let your defense do their work. All right, here's the 3-2. It's a pop-up high. Applegate ranges over, and it's just going to get on the netting. So
he thought he had to play it on it. It was close.
Yeah, it was.
Just kept carrying. Truthfully.
Yeah, it did. And again, we've had a pretty still night overall. Not
Yep.
much breeze. Just the occasional wind blow here, and so. But it just kind of hung there for a second, and then it just kind of kept drifting, hit mid up on that net. But so he stays alive again. Full count here to noon. Adames comes set, comes home. A little ground shot, cue shot. Throw to first is wide, and that gets away. That's going to bring in a second run. So runner safe on the errant throw by Hale. So it's 3-1 in favor of Spring Hill. And again, that was a tough grounder for Hale. He had to put some extra steam on that throw, and unfortunately it went left of Benson.
I'll say he tried to dig it out, but at that time, though, when you look at it and you're that late in the plate, he's almost at first. I think I would have just held that one.
And it's tough, right? Because you got 2 outs, so you're like, I can end it right here, right? And so you want to get that third out. All right, so foul ball. So again, 2 runs put up by Spring Hill here. And again, all 3 batters that have been on base have had 0-2 counts, which is just crazy too, right? I mean,
yeah.
Or at least had 2 strikes, if not 0-2 counts. So at least all 3 batters have had 2 strike counts. All right, here's the 0-1. Runner goes. Throw down to second. And a stolen base. So Noon takes second. So runner in scoring position here. And again, Camden Edwards at the plate. Adames comes set, comes home, and he gets him on the strikeout. So he gets him looking, his first strikeout of the game, and that's going to do it for the top of the 9th inning, and not before Spring Hill puts 2 across the board. And so now Kilgore has work to do. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back and see if Kilgore can put another couple on the plate here on NETSN.
Okay, your price is like State Farm, but is your coverage?
How we do things might leave you shocked. Our claims aren't done right. Our process is rough. It's tough.
Can I get help from an agent?
No luck.
Do it online?
No luck.
An app?
No luck.
Take my phone. It's easy, I swear. Like a good neighbor,
State Farm is there.
All right, so bottom of the 9th inning. Again, Spring Hill in the top of the 9th scores 2 on the error by Hale. And enough to get 2 runs on the plate. So Kilgore's got a job here to do. They've got to score 2 runs.
Yep.
So at bat here, it's going to say Brody Smith, but it's actually going to be back to the DH, Kason Henry.
I don't know why. Why won't you click it? See, I tried to. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so Case and Henry back up to bat here. Again, a big spot here, bottom of the 9th inning. Got to put 2 runs on the board at least to continue.
Yes.
And 3 to win it.
There you go.
And again, Causey's come in and done a great job shutting the door on a couple of guys here. So here's the first pitch. It's high for a ball. So 1-0 the count. Again, like you said, it's been a phenomenal game. You hate that somebody's going to have to go home on this one with a loss. That one's low inside, so 2 balls, no strikes here.
Just the way both these, even starting pitchers, relief pitchers, everybody's kind of doing their job. Get a few blunder things happen out in the field, but other than that, man, it's been a great game.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, those kind of things happen, right? And again, Hale was trying to get that third out, and so he's trying to rip that throw a little bit harder, and unfortunately it went wide, and Benson, with all of his length, couldn't get to it. 2-1. That's a line shot down the left field line, but it's going to get out of play. So
that's what I said, though. That shortstop play, digging it that deep in the hole.
Yeah.
You want that third out, but at the same
sure.
time, it's one of those calls like, man, I should have just held that.
Yeah, you almost want to give up the 1 run to try to. But again, it's such a hard play because he's got such a great arm too, right? And
he does.
So, all right, so 2-1 is the count here, or 2-2, excuse me. Ball outside. So 3 balls, 2 strikes here. And the pitch. That's a high pop-up, shallow. Looks like it's right behind second base. Shortstop ranges over, and he makes the catch. So catch is made there by Barnes. And that's 1 out here, bottom of the 9th inning. That's going to bring up number 9, the right fielder, Jackson Dickey. Jackson's 1 for 3 on the night. Again, he had that one long at bat where he just kept fouling them off, and then stayed alive for a long time there. So
it's probably 8 to 10 pitch at bat, truthfully.
Yeah, and it really forced Bonner out of the game. Kind of helped lead to that spot late there. That pitch is high and outside for a ball, so 1 ball, no strikes here. Again, Dickey batting 7th in the lineup tonight. Here's the 1-0. Outside, ball 2, so 2 balls, no strikes. Again, back-to-back hitters going 2-0. There's a 2-0 delivery. That one is fouled back out of play. Again, it feels like a repeat of the first batter, doesn't it? It's crazy. 2 balls, 1 strike here, 1 out, bottom of the 9th. Kilgore down 2 runs. Another foul ball, so 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I think it's just the type of pitcher that Kazi is, just the way he throws.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, that's kind of why you got the pop out while ago, and you've had some of the fly outs and things like that, but that's kind of strange. I don't know what's happening there. All right.
Little glitch for a half a second there, but it came back. I think just sometimes when the wind kicks out of nowhere, it does it, but we'll see. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here, 1 out, bottom of the 9th. And the pitch. That one's fouled back as well.
We'll do it again. I think he started over now. I look down there at his checklist. He's back at the top.
Yeah, he's back around again. All right, here's the 2-2. That is a line shot, tailing away from the center fielder. He ranges back and makes the catch over his shoulder. So a great catch there by Allen. Again, 2 outs here, bottom of the 9th. Kilgore's down to their last hitter, last out. So if Benson doesn't get on base, that'll be our ball game. So Brody Benson going to try to get on base here and see if Braden Williams can bring him around. So big at bat here, obviously, and Causey is going to try to shut the door here and get the save. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. But no, I think you're right. I think he likes that outside a lot more. He likes to stay on that outside and see if he can get you just to lean a little bit more. Here's the 1-0. Right down the middle for a strike. That was a good pitch there by him. Kind of had Benson looking outside and came right down the pipe. So 1 ball, 1 strike here. Benson 1 for 2 on the day. And the pitch. That's in there for strike 2. All right, so Kilgore down to their final strike here. All right, Causey goes in the windup, the 1-2. That's fouled back. He stays alive, and that did it for the cam. It finally gave up the ghost. Mr. Applegate going down there doing it. He's a great guy. He always helps us out here. That's the best it's looked in 3 innings. Thank you, Mr. Applegate. He's the man. All right, here's the 1-2 again. And it's a line shot out to center field. And the center fielder can't come up with it. And it lands, and it gets a runner on base. All right, so that's going to bring the tying run up to the plate in the body of Braden Williams. And again, the Bulldogs stay alive. These cardiac dogs, they're going to keep fighting till the very end, man. What a deal. I thought, man, if he gets to that one, that's otherworldly because he almost did.
He's had a few of those catches.
Man, I'm telling you, yeah.
That's why I was holding my breath the whole time he was running after that one.
I wasn't going to be shocked if he caught it right. One of those crazy ones where you're like, yeah, I saw that coming, unfortunately.
He's caught one over the head, caught one at the wall, dove for one.
He's kind of done it all tonight. So trying to get a baseball in here. It looks, 2 came at once. An assistant coach and a catcher threw it at the same time. So now they're rock, paper, scissoring for whose fault it is. And I think Applegate took the L. All right, so again, runner on. We got a pinch runner. That's Blade Chitwood at first base, pinch running. So Blade over there at first takes his lead. And again, Braden Williams going to see what he can do here. Pitch comes in. First pitch is low in the dirt. Man, Emery was daring Chitwood to go.
I'm telling you right now, the way he flips that hood off there, I don't know if I'd be testing it at all.
Yeah, you're like, I'm just going to walk back to first base. Feels like we got an earthquake going on here. I give it at least a 2.3 going. We got the
windows are shaking too.
Yeah, we're rattling up here. Feeling a little precarious right up here right now. All right, Causey comes set. Here comes the 1-0. That's in there for a strike. A little high, but caught the outside of the plate there. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Williams, the 9th hitter. If he gets on, that's going to bring up the leadoff man, Brooks. And again, you got speed on the bag. Speed at the plate. Ground ball. Hits to short. He bobbles it. And the safe.
Oh, my goodness.
Man, Chitwood almost got himself in trouble there. He kind of let up for half a second thinking it was over. So, man, what a deal there. So runners at first and second. And that's going to bring up Kason Brooks. Man, again, these cardiac dogs, man, they won't stay down. They're going to keep fighting.
That's a sign of a good team, though, especially right here before playoff time. Somebody said it in the chat earlier, this is the type of games you want to see right before the playoffs.
Yeah, you test the mettle of your team a little bit, right? You test their spirit. And, again, both teams have acquitted themselves incredibly well. I feel like my third base cam is cursed. I'm going to have to put up a big flag around it or something. Somebody's always standing in front of it.
Do not stand in front.
Yeah. Caution camera or something. We were laughing because somebody's got their head and they're bebopping in front of that camera.
They're looking around.
Yeah, looking right at it.
Yeah. Oh, is that a camera?
Oh, that's weird. Who put that there? All right, here's the pitch to Brooks. Comes home. That misses high and outside, ball 1. Causey having to work a little bit here. Kind of frustrated. You can kind of tell here, right, a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. It's kind of the first time since he came in he's really had something working against him here.
Yeah.
Truthfully.
Yeah, he was able to shut the door a couple times here. So runners at first and second, 2 outs. Wheels and no one's there. So Chitwood dives back smartly. Even though nobody's around, you got to do it anyway because you never know.
Yeah.
We used to sneak the center fielder in on that one. Leave the shortstop and second baseman and sneak the center fielder in to throw that play. That's a loud fly ball deep, but not deep enough. The center fielder ranges over and makes the catch. And unfortunately, that's going to do it for tonight's ball game. Again, a great game. Unfortunately, your Kilgore Bulldogs don't come out on top, but a great win for the Spring Hill Panthers. So your final score is 3-1. And that's going to do it for tonight's broadcast. So, again, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, Jeremy Diamond, Jeremy Titsworth, we're honored to have called this game. Been a great one. And, again, unfortunately, Kilgore had to take the loss. But, again, a fantastic ball game both Tuesday and tonight. And, again, we're going to see these Kilgore Bulldogs next week against the Gilmer Buckeyes. So, again, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to catch you next time here on NETSN.
The Northeast Texas Sports Network is dedicated on delivering the most entertaining sports broadcasts in East Texas. And if you're interested in having your next sporting event streamed live, visit us online at netsn.live.